Hi everyone, welcome back to the Passion Podcast, Hipp Human Season 4. I'm Laura, and today I'm with my very good friend, Ava. Ava, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Ava. I'm an upcoming junior at UF. I'm from Long Island, New York, and I'm majoring in wildlife ecology and conservation.
That's amazing. So we met because we were on the same dorm floor last year,
Yes.
but we actually never spoke.
Not
We
at
had
all.
my roommate, Emma Tran, shout out Emma Tran, became friends with you.
Yes.
And so we kind of met through her, and we
Yes.
became friends fall of last fall,
Yeah.
like sophomore year.
Yep.
That's when we started becoming friends. And so I've known Ava for quite a while, and she's
Yeah.
one of those people where we just clicked instantly once we really got to know each other.
Yes.
And so I feel like I've known her my entire life, and she's just the greatest and the best. But something that is super interesting about her is that she loves wildlife ecology. And that's so interesting to me because I absolutely am not a nature stan. I don't like going on hikes. I don't like looking at animals. Like, no offense if that's what you love, but I just don't like it. So it's been really cool to have a friend with that perspective. So Ava, when did you first realize that you were into wildlife and conservation?
I kind of knew my whole life because I grew up Long Island. I lived by the water, like the Long Island Sound. It's like a creek, like a marsh, and there's just a lot of wildlife there, like sea life, birds, crabs, and I just always was one of those like dirty, grimy little kids that was in the sand and in the water and like in this gross water that like no one else wanted to go in.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom is a big like environmental person. So,
I didn't know that.
yeah, she worked as like a wildlife rehabilitator for
What?
a while. Like she did like nature tours and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my
So-
God, I love your mom.
So she like kind of inspired me with that. It was just like I just was like born into it, honestly. Like as long as I can remember, I just loved wildlife and animals.
An
and
environmental nepo baby.
stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like I love kayaking, fishing, like all that stuff. That's
Mhm.
just how I grew up. So I always knew that's what I wanted to do.
That's so beautiful. Do you have like a favorite like class of animal? Like, is that the right word? Like
yeah.
mammal, amphibian?
Yeah. I don't even know, but
Yeah.
I love mammals for sure. Like I want to work with mammals. I love amphibians and reptiles. I have a snake. His name is Francis. Shout
I
out.
did not know that.
Shout out Francis. Yeah, he's a corn snake. So I love them all, but definitely more mammals. I also have a new appreciation for birds, but I like mammals. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. And so like when you were younger and you like, you had this pet snake, and
Yeah.
how did you right when did you have to know information about like snakes in order to feel comfortable with it? Or you were just the kid where if you saw a snake, you didn't have to have any background knowledge, you were just like, snake?
Oh yeah.
Because I would have ran.
Yeah, I know. That's how I was. I don't know why I was 9 years old and wanted a snake. Like, I really don't understand. But I just wanted a reptile when I was younger, and so I went for a corn snake because they're like timid and nice. So
Do you like cuddle with the snake?
no, he just wraps around my arm, and he got caught in my hair a few times.
Do you
but-
think he like knows you? Like, do you think he could?
yeah.
That's my owner. Like,
I feel like
what's the vibe?
like he's getting older and kind of more like nervous, so like if someone else goes in to like pick him up, he gets scared, but like he kind of knows me more, I guess. Or maybe I'm making this
Because
up.
I don't know. Do snakes think things?
I don't know. I think he's pretty smart. He's really nice, but like I'll like put my hand in. I feel like he knows it's me, but like maybe he doesn't. But every pet owner wants to think that that they know that
Definitely.
it's But
Wait, that's so funny.
yeah.
So do you feed the snake like mice? Like,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's another thing about me. Like, I don't want to feed him mice because I love mice too,
Yes.
But so it's like
it's contradictory.
it's a hard
Sophie's
situation.
choice, yeah.
But I feed him frozen mice, like so I buy them at the pet store and they're already frozen,
perfect.
and then defrost them, so I don't have to watch the live mouse, get eaten.
Totally.
Yeah, but and I like to send my friends pictures and they're really disturbed, but it is disturbing. But I'm used to it.
Were you ever? This is a funny question, but were
Yeah.
you ever like as a kid? Were you ever like ostracized or made fun of for like being that kid who was like, picking up frozen mice?
Yeah, no, not that I can think of, but like, people would come over, like my friends, and like they'd be like, oh, like, you know, like, we don't want to do that, but like, she's, you know, she is a snake and she's like in the creek and picking up crabs and stuff and snails, but like, no, I never felt like weird. Also, I feel like I like showed people more of that side, you know, like people would come to the beach and like I'd be like, oh, pick up this crab and whatever. So, you know, no, I was never like made fun of, I don't think, unless I was.
Period.
I wouldn't know.
Behind your back.
Yeah. But yeah,
we're gonna have to fact check with her Long Island friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's amazing. And what class did you ever take, like a class in because I know in high school I took AP Environmental Science.
Yeah, I
did you take that?
Yes.
Did that like sway you into wanting to go into it as a career, or
it didn't like sway me into going into it as a career, because I already knew I wanted to, like, but it convinced me more, like, and it encouraged me more, because my teacher was awesome and I loved him, and I was like, yeah, this is for sure what I'm gonna do. Aww. Also, fun fact, my apes teacher, I call it apes, right? Yeah.
Same.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Hashtag apes. Shorten it.
My apes teacher, he like almost convinced me to just start eating bugs instead of like meat, because he
do that?
Yeah, he would talk so much about eating bugs. Like, he would bring in like crickets and stuff for us to eat, and like,
did anyone do it?
Probably. I mean,
damn.
Because, you know, like, beef is, I'm going into a tangent about climate change, but
go for it, girl.
But beef is bad for like, big animals are bad for, you know, carbon emissions and stuff, and bugs are so much more efficient that way. It's just like when like cattle, I say like so much, sorry to whoever's watching this.
It's perfect.
But like cattle farms and stuff, like just the emissions from the cows and
like the
sheep,
methane or whatever?
Yes, it's just bad for the climate. So
wow, I never thought about that.
Yeah, and so that's another thing I struggle with, because I love burgers. Shout out Emma Tran.
Oh my god, burgers are so good.
Yeah, but
she ate a Wawa burger once though,
it was
and it was
so
bad.
It was really dry and horrible. But I wanted to start eating bugs. Like, I looked on Amazon, I wanted to order bugs to eat because my environmental science teacher, but that didn't happen. You know what? Maybe it'll happen now. I'll start it now.
Girl, please.
But I don't know.
That is insane. Yeah, but you know what? I respect it.
Thank you.
But like, when you say like eat bugs, like the only thing he would eat is bugs?
No, he was like vegetarian, but he would eat bugs. So not like,
his appetizer was bugs.
Yeah. So no,
right.
You know, pork, beef, that stuff. You eat vegetables, fruits, and bugs. So yeah.
That is really eye-opening, you guys. I've never heard of that in my entire life.
Yeah, I know. It's actually crazy.
Yeah. So like so your major is called Wildlife Ecology and Conservation?
Yeah, very long.
Yes, very long.
Very long.
And and I have a very long major title too. And so like, it's with majors like that, there's like, you know, typically the ones with the longer names has more options and avenues to go down.
Yeah.
So what kind of path are you thinking about following, as far like, do you want to go on the more conservation side? Do you want to go, because I know someone who is in the major who wants to go into like National Geographic, like photography.
Yeah, that's
like,
really cool.
Yeah, what do you want to do with that?
Well, you have to pick like a focus in WEC. We call it WEC for short.
WEC?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
WEC.
So cute.
It's funny, but and so my focus is ecology, and you can choose like different focus. There's like human dimensions. There's like land management.
Wait, what's ecology?
Ecology is the study of like relationships in the environment, just like animals.
And then what's
plants.
Human
dimensions?
Yeah, what does that mean?
That's more of like working with the people with the environment. I don't really know, because that's not what I'm doing, but that's more like working with people on how to you know, deal with the environment.
Wow.
But, yeah, my focus is ecology, and I definitely want to do research in ecology, just, you know, and that relates to conservation. I definitely want to do conservation. That's like what I want to do. Like, I want to make a difference in conservation and wildlife conservation, and you do that by like doing research and ecology.
I mean, she's educated me a ton. I'm not very educated on what's going on in the nature world, and she, you know, I'm very thankful that she tells me all of these things, because I would never know.
For sure.
And it's super interesting too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love hearing about it.
Yeah.
So when you say you want to go into research, is that like, you know, like, are you out in nature doing research, or are you like what does that mean?
Yeah, so I actually studied abroad in Kenya and we did research. Yeah. And that was the first time that I was really introduced to like doing research in ecology, which is like field work, which is you're out in the field and you're, you know, taking measurements, you're watching animals' behavior, stuff like that, like taking notes on it. Yeah, so that was the first time I really experience what research is kind of like. And so yeah, I definitely want to be out in the field.
And you
doing
loved
research.
it?
Yeah, it was hard some days, like it was really muddy, like we were falling over. It's really hot because it's Africa. But it was really rewarding, and I didn't expect it to be so rewarding, honestly, but like the information we got out of it was really cool. And yeah, so
what was your on that trip? And by the way, I'm going to be putting pictures of her trip on here because the pictures that you sent are so cool. We were all like in the group chat like, oh my god, like dying at this, because obviously it's such a different like here it's like building
right,
building,
right,
you know, empty plot maybe, but they're building something there
exactly
soon. And it's just so completely different. Like it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What was your favorite animal to observe over there?
Honestly, this is like a stereotypical answer, I guess, but giraffes are so funny. Like, they're so awkward looking.
Yeah.
And when they run, it's so awkward. Like, they look like they're gonna fall over.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Did you ever see a giraffe fall over?
Yeah. No.
Wait, is that bad? Like, have you giraffes fall over on a regular basis?
I don't think so.
How do you get back up?
I don't know.
You're like,
but
don't.
Yeah, I haven't seen one fall, but they're like really awkward and they're really curious, so like they like will stare at you. I have so many pictures or videos of them just like staring at us, but then they like get spooked easily and they'll like run away, and like, oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Did you see any like baby giraffes?
No, we saw baby elephants. Yeah, a lot of baby elephants. Baby warthogs, which are so cute. Baby rhino. Yeah, a lot of baby animals. Not giraffe though, sadly.
The only time I've seen like animals like that, or baby elephants or giraffes or whatever, is at Busch Gardens in Tampa, which is where I'm from. Have you've been to Busch Gardens?
No.
Oh, you're from New York. We're going to Busch Gardens.
Okay, good.
What's your opinion though on, you know, places like that where like, you know, animals are in cages?
Is that like
basically.
a zoo?
It's a zoo theme park hybrid.
No way.
Yeah.
No
and
way.
I've like grown up going to it, so I never thought about it being weird. And now I'm like, zoo theme park hybrid is a really interesting concept. And I just never thought about it.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I think like Six Flags in like New England, I think there's a zoo part of that too that I've definitely been to, so maybe it's similar. But I mean, like, okay, I'm a huge Bronx Zoo enthusiast. Like, I love the Bronx Zoo. I think it's so awesome. And there's like documentaries on it. Like, I think it's just I forgot what it's called. It's like, zoos are good if they're like AZA accredited. I think it's that. I don't know. But I love the Bronx Zoo, and I definitely think there are zoos that are, you know, good and like helping endangered animals. But you know, Busch Gardens, I'm gonna have to look into that, because,
oh my god, we're going to Busch Gardens.
You know, like I the sound of like an amusement park zoo hybrid isn't immediately like, wow, that's really good.
Definitely. Like, but it's weird because like they have like big like they call them Serengeti, but obviously it's not, but it's like big, which is like, is it big or is it, you know what I mean?
Really?
And there's just like, all kinds of, like my mom, we went on a field trip to it when I was like, I've been on multiple field trips throughout my life to Busch Gardens, because what else are you gonna do in Tampa? And so my mom like was like a teacher at my school, and she was like telling her like, guys, this is a giraffe, like blah blah blah. She's like, and the giraffe just went down and licked her entire face, like his big tongue.
You're lying.
And I was like, and I was traumatized then, so yeah, maybe that's why I'm
horrifying.
But she was like,
no,
like trying not to freak out in front of the kids.
That is
but
so
she was
bad.
like, that's so gross.
That is really
but it was so
repulsive.
funny.
Yeah.
What is your favorite, this is a very basic question, but what's your favorite animal?
Oh my gosh, people always ask me this. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's changed like so many times. I always used to say zebras, and then when I went to Kenya, I saw zebras, and they're so beautiful, and I love them, but they're not my favorite. You know. I mean, there's just
never meet your heroes, stripes. You guys.
No, yeah.
Never meet your heroes.
No, yeah, and I don't know. Giraffes are so awesome. They are definitely one of my favorites. They're just so funny and they're so cool looking. They always have kind of been one of my favorites. But yeah, I don't know.
What can we as humans learn from animals? What do you think?
So much. I think animals are just a natural example of how the world should be. Like, sometimes I just want to, be a monkey with the animals, and have nothing to do. Oh my god, there's so many baboons too. Baboons so scary. Sorry, I just went so off topic.
No, baboons are scary.
But in Kenya, I was like, I want to live with them. Like, like I want to go live with the giraffes. Like, it's so natural and so beautiful. And I don't know, I think it's just you gotta learn from them. I think like people really need to spend time in nature and with animals to,
honestly, you're right,
be at peace a little bit.
Wait, maybe?
Yeah.
Wait, that's what I've been missing. I need to go.
Right.
Let's go in nature someday together.
Yeah.
But I think that's a beautiful answer. And while you were saying that, I had this thought. You've definitely seen Mean Girls, right?
Oh, yes. I love that movie. I was just talking. Okay.
Yes, but it's like I saw the movie obviously a million times, as one does, but I also saw the Broadway.
Me too.
Oh. Wait,
oh my
you
God.
listen to the soundtrack?
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
I wanna make the world
yes.
burn.
Wait, who did you see as like Regina?
English. Who did you see?
I saw Renee Rapp.
You saw Renee Rapp?
Yes, wait, I met her. Remember I showed you a picture a long time ago?
No!
Yes. I met Renee Rapp. Shout out Renee Rapp. She's like famous now and stuff. Saw her in Mean Girls at Broadway.
She's watching this.
No, she is.
Duh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Amazing show.
Oh my god. But anyways, it's like it's beautiful because it's like it talks about, it kind of uses that as a metaphor, like animals.
Yes.
Where it's like it shows, like especially as girls.
Yes.
Especially adolescents. Are we adolescents?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're 20 something.
20, yeah.
And so it shows like, when you get in a fight with someone, it's so complicated. It's passive aggressive. It's psychological warfare. It's this and that, and boys are kind of given more permission to just, I'm mad and this is why, and no one's like, you're overly emotional.
I agree.
And so, but it also talks about it has like a component to it in the movie and mainly in the musical where like they pretend like they're animals.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I don't know if that's coming off as confusing to you guys, but it's like they draw the comparison between, when a lion has beef with another lion, they're just gonna tussle it out.
Exactly.
And then that's that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
When there's a predator and a prey, there's no like, oh, they're kind of frenemies. They're kind of no, you're just gonna get eaten.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And there's something so, and there's drawbacks to that too.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to be a gazelle, like getting eaten by a lion. But there's also something so beautiful about that.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Like it's just natural. Like it's just how it works. And of course that is sad sometimes, but it's also very simple. Like lions fight, they eat their prey, blah blah blah.
They're not discontent. They don't have feelings of discontent, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Maybe on the inside they're like, man, this life is so
they don't resent anyone, like they don't hold grudges, like it's just you survive. And that's a really good point about Mean Girls actually.
I just thought about that. I was like, and I me and Ava saw the Barbie movie last night and they talk a lot about this too, but you have as a human being, especially in America, and there's pluses and minuses to everything, so I'm not just saying one thing's good or bad, but there's a lot. You work your whole life, you're in school your whole life to get a job and be successful and climb that ladder. And I know for me, like I feel a lot of pressure, and I know like you do too. I mean, we're in college, so you're gonna, if you're you're one of those people probably who feels the need to like and there's something really like drawing me more towards that simple life now, of just like being there, for your family, you know, protecting them,
Yes.
you know, kind of just living without a
exactly.
goal.
Yes.
And I think that, like, that's so beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
And I never really thought about it in a animalistic way until you pointed it out. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, every day there's stress about, like, you know, you have to do internships, you have to volunteer, you have to experience, you know, build a resume to get a career, to have
all
a
at the same time
career.
having a good group of friends and maintaining your relationships, calling your family at home. Oh, did you offend this person? Like,
just like
social media. That's a whole other thing.
Exactly. There's so many different dimensions to just living as a person and trying to be successful and happy at the same time.
Yeah.
That when I was in Kenya, it was just so peaceful.
Yeah.
And also, like, there was not much expected of me. I was just, you know, in Kenya, and it was just, I just wanted to be with the animals. It's just, I always talk about this, like, how I want to just live. Sometimes I just want to live in a hut in the mountains and, like, not speak to anyone ever again, and just, you know, live and just hunter and gather and, like, go back. Like, because there's so much pressure. It's just sometimes you just want to escape and, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And I think a lot, at least, you know, on my Instagram reel page, I'm getting a lot of Instagram reels lately about, like, here's how to live a simple life. I'm gonna make my own bread and do all this stuff, which is so appealing to me. I love watching people make their own bread and make their own, like, you know, spices and go in their little gardens. And just, like, there's something so comforting about the self-sufficiency. And there's just, like, I don't know, it kind of makes you wonder. It's like, would people be more happy if life was more like that? Like, in general?
I think,
me too.
Because what is there to make you unhappy? I don't know.
Yeah, like happiness isn't even really a concept to animals,
exactly.
I feel like.
Yeah, it's just they are.
And that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's much easier to be happy when you don't have so much pressure. So if I was just had a garden and was making my tomatoes and my bread, I feel like I would, you know, it's easier.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah. Maybe play a game of Uno or something.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Just, like, the simple things.
Yeah.
We always say having fun is the most important thing.
Yeah, having fun over everything. Sorry. It's the truth.
Hot take from Ava right here. Yeah. Having fun is so cool.
Everything else. Prioritize having fun. It's the truth. But I remember in 2nd grade I had this best friend, and she like had a garden, and they lived kind of very naturally from what I could see as a 2nd grader. And we would get tomatoes from the garden, make homemade sauce. We would pull onions from the ground, like onion grass, and we would make stuff, and we would go in the woods and, like, play, like, wizard games or whatever. You know, I know you love that.
I played hella wizard games. Shout out Rocco.
And we would, like, climb up trees and blah blah blah, and that is such a core memory for me, because it just, you know what that reminds me of? What? 7 by Taylor Swift. That is my favorite song. That is my favorite song from Taylor Swift, and that memory of that friend that I had and just doing all that stuff, it just reminds me of living naturally like that. And
please picture me in the trees before I learn civility.
Yes, exactly. Beautiful. So it's just nature and natural, and just, you know. Maybe I just want to play outside. That's another of my hot takes. I just want to play outside. That's what I want my job to be. Playing outside.
Hanging out outside.
Having fun outside.
Having fun outside.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful take.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, not to get too metaphysical, but it's like, you know, it's really daunting being in your early 20s in college. You know, there's that one, hate to bring her up again, but Taylor Swift said, how does a person know everything at 18 and nothing at 22? And you're constantly wondering about the meaning of life. And you're while simultaneously doing all of this stuff that you're like, is this even worth it? Like, you know what I mean? In high school, it's easier to go through and live that whole time, because you're like, you feel more of a sense of, like, oh, it is worth it, because you're doing it for a purpose of getting into college. But this is, your college is your life. Like, it's prepping you, you're getting prepped for your life, your career, what you're gonna do after that. And then you're kind of like, wait, actually, that's up to me. Like, do I even want to go this? And so it's very, you know, I'm sure that being around animals is very grounding in that sense.
What you said, it is really scary. And so being around animals, any chance I get to just be in that environment is really awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
That's
shout out
amazing.
Ella O'Brien. She's in
I've been waiting to bring her up.
no, yeah, she's in Alaska and she sends me pictures and I'm so jealous because she's just in nature,
I know she
camping
loves
in the
that.
mountains. Like, I want to do that. So yeah.
I love Ella. I love Ella. Yes, we miss her. She's one of our very close friends. She's been gone the whole summer in
Yeah.
Alaska working, as Ava said. We're gonna put some pictures in of Ella's time in Alaska here.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's very similar to you. She just switched over to your major
Yeah.
from biology, right?
Yes, yeah.
And so she kind of had this whole realization, not
Yeah.
to, you know, spill Ella's business on the web, but, you know,
On
she,
the web.
she like went through a whole thing kind of about what we were talking about, where
No,
she's
yeah,
like,
for sure.
I want to hang out with the,
No,
and she,
yeah.
that's like her, you know, she's always was super, from the moment I met her, she was super into bugs and insects.
Yeah.
And that was such a foreign concept to me,
Yeah.
especially like I'm a TV production major, so I'm like,
right.
you know, my classes are like, make a Twitter account and post it, which is like cool, but it's
Yeah.
also like kind of depressing.
Yeah.
And so like, because you're like, is this all there is?
Right,
But,
right.
But Ella always really inspired me because she was like, you know, measuring ants and like doing all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
Did you guys really get a chance to like bond over that?
Yeah. Insects were never my first go-to, you know.
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
But
Wouldn't be mine.
yeah, I started doing research at the museum with butterflies.
So cool.
Yeah, so that I kind of had a more appreciation for insects, and then I talked to Ella about it, and you know, she's doing ants and I'm doing butterflies, so yeah, something cool.
That's so cool. What a cool duo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love Ella. Hi, Ella. She probably will watch this.
Oh,
I feel
she
like.
will. Yeah,
She
for
definitely
sure.
will. I love her. What's the biggest like? What's the craziest experience that you had in Africa? Like a wow moment where you were like, this is like a surreal experience.
Yeah. So many. Okay, first of all, monkeys broke into me and my roommate's tent so many times.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And, you know, I've been camping in New York before, like, you know, raccoons are annoying. No, it's monkeys in Kenya.
Oh.
Monkeys broke into our tent, like, stole her chocolate, like, her Skittles.
That's so rude.
I know, went through my stuff. They, like...
They went through your stuff.
Yes. Like, my laundry was on the floor. I was like, okay, cool. Like, have to throw that out. Because their footprint was on my textbook. It was crazy. Yeah, so that was really crazy. I was like,
That's
wow.
hilarious.
So the first time it happened, I was like, no way. But then it kept happening, and I was like, okay, now this is normal. Like, monkeys just break into your tent in Kenya. But
do they like unzip your bag?
they unzipped the tent. So they are just smart, and they unzipped the tent, so we had to like put wire to close it and stuff.
Wow.
But
wait, you slept in a tent,
yes.
so no AC.
No. No. Yeah, no. It gets colder at night though, so
Oh, okay, good.
it was nicer. But yeah, monkeys were crazy. And then there was this time, there's so many insane things that happened, but there was this time, like right before we left, there were like 50 elephants. It was crazy. We were driving there, like 50 elephants. There was this huge male elephant walked in front of our car and just pooped everywhere, like right in front of the car.
That's a message.
Yeah, and then there was a baby, and it came and it like blew its trunk at us, like made the noise.
Like, it was
so
like,
cute.
hey.
Yeah. And then we saw wild dogs, which we didn't think we were gonna see because they're the second most endangered like canid in Kenya.
Wild dogs.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and so they're like really endangered, and we saw them, and that was like a crazy experience.
Did you like pet them? Well, are they like coyotes? Like what?
They're kind of like coyotes. They're like, I don't know. They honestly just look like really cool colored dogs. Yeah.
Like
maybe.
in the Minecraft dog.
Yes.
That's what I think of when I think of wild dog.
Yeah, they're like really beautiful dogs. Like, you know, they look like dogs, like wolves, but like different colors.
Like you're not gonna see like a golden doodle.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's another crazy thing. Like wild dogs and dogs. You know?
Breeding and all that.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
insane.
So yeah, so many crazy things happen. I can't even.
What's the deepest, like, which animal that you've known or connected with throughout your life have you felt the deepest connection with?
Like domestic or like
Any
like
animal.
pet or any
Yeah.
animal?
Yeah. Anything you want. Or have you have you had that experience?
Yeah. Well, let me think about this. Well, I have had a few dogs in my life, and they just always, you know, hit me.
Something about dogs.
Yeah,
bruh.
dogs just always hit me. And I have this dog, Oscar. I've had him for 9 years now, and he's just so sweet and good. And it's just, dogs are so good, you know?
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's really, really strange how, like, dogs can just really infiltrate your soul.
Yes. Yep.
They, like, become a part of your... My dog is fully assimilated into my family.
Yep,
I would argue
same.
that my dog is more part of my family than I am
No.
at this point.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
yeah, it's just like the way that they look at you too.
Yes.
Like, you have human eyes. Like, you're feeling... You cannot convince me that they're not feeling, like,
no, I know.
the same emotions
They
as
love
us.
you. I swear.
Yes.
They do.
And it's like, oh my goodness, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And also just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is.
I wish that we could, and again, I don't know anything about science. Do we know, like, anything about, like, what giraffes think about, or, like...
I don't know.
Do they think, like...
Our instructors were... Okay, there are definitely animals that are smarter than others. Like, in Kenya, our instructors would tell us that elephants are very intelligent.
Yeah.
Elephants feel like when their baby dies or something, they grieve. Like, they will grieve someone in their it's a herd that dies. They're very intelligent animals, but giraffes are dumb. Like, yeah, they're just dumb.
Living.
They're just not very smart, but they're really curious and cute. So yeah, I mean, that's the duality of smart and dumb animals.
Wait, that is so funny.
Yeah.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I saw this on, like, a top 10 things you didn't know about animals video at, like, 4 a.m. probably.
Right.
But are dolphins the smartest animal?
I think that's what I've also heard, that they're really intelligent.
Word on the street, yeah.
Yeah, that they're very, like, they have similar qualities to humans, like intelligence and whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've also heard horrible things about dolphins.
Oh my god, wait, I think we're talking about... Wait,
yeah.
What do they do?
Like, male dolphins are really aggressive and, like...
Oh, for reals?
Yeah, and just, you know, that's another thing in animals that, you know, kind of upsets me a little bit. In, like, mating stuff, sometimes males, like, are really aggressive, and we learned in Kenya that also rhinos are so cool. Oh wait, in Kenya, this was there's so much that happened. We saw the last 2 northern white rhinos at Old Pedra Conservancy. I think it's
the
northern.
last 2 in the world.
Yeah, I hope it's not southern, but I think it's northern.
Damn.
And so we saw the last 2 in the world at the conservancy, and that was crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I think they're trying to do something like impregnate one of them, but I think they're both females, so it's like really, you know, it's hard. But that was amazing. I can't even believe I saw that. But
that's like something you got to tell your kids about.
No, for sure. And but we learned that, like, male rhinos can kill female rhinos, like, in mating, because they're so aggressive. Like,
damn,
which is, you know, L for the
wild. You're just a man.
Yeah. No, that's what it made me think. I was like, damn, even out here, bro. Like, yeah, so they just, you know, they force the female sometimes and whatnot. So, you know, there's a lot of bad things to the animal kingdom, but
yeah,
at the end of the
do you think, like, in those situations, maybe this is a bad question to ask,
Go
but
for it.
You know, like, the female, like, to the female rhino, is she, like, upset by this, or is she, like, do animals feel things?
Yeah, I think they definitely do. Like, I've seen, you know, male and female lions fight, like, if the male's being annoying, and
I saw that on Reels.
Yeah, trying to, like, mate with her, and she doesn't want to. So
I love those videos.
Yeah, so I definitely think yes, like, they actively don't want it if something as bad is happening to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. Mating just has to happen, so, you know.
You know what's so crazy is, like, probably so many, like, insane animal moments have happened that just no one's ever seen.
No, yeah.
I've never thought about that in my life.
Yep, it's true.
Like, oh my gosh, there's so much probably that we don't. There's
don't
so
even
much
know.
that we don't know.
Yeah. It's crazy.
If you could have one question that you have about animals that, you know, people don't know, or wildlife or anything answered, or some universe thing, what would your question be?
Well, I just like what we've been talking about. I just want to know if they can feel like, or like just our pets. I want to know if they can really like recognize us in the way that we recognize them, like feel for us, because okay, I've seen people saying like their snake loves. I literally said that before.
Are you talking about this podcast or you just said that?
But like I've seen people on TikTok be like, my snake loves me, like he cuddles with me, my lizard cuddles with me, and like I don't believe you.
I also don't believe you, for
but
the record. Yeah,
I do think my snake can maybe recognize me, like maybe you know, like their scent with dogs and stuff.
That's true.
But I want to know if what animals can actually like with their relationship with the humans, like
I would love to see too, like what they, because dogs definitely dream.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know if that's proven or not, but my dog is constantly falling asleep.
Twitches. Yeah. Like I have birds, and it's like, wow, I wonder if they even like perceive me. That's probably like answered in some aspect with certain animals, but
yeah, like what, I had a blind fat guinea pig growing up,
nice.
And she, let me tell you, did not perceive me, nor did she want to.
No,
and you know, so I think and even because is there even differences in like maybe another guinea pig would perceive, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not even specific to the species, but specific to the do you think this is like, I don't know if this is getting like too weird,
No.
but do you think animals have, like, first of all, like, I guess, do you think humans have souls? And then second of all, do you think animals have souls?
Yeah, I do. I think humans have souls.
I agree.
And I think animals have souls. For sure. Like when you look at animals, they have to have souls. They do. I believe that humans and animals do, you know? And yeah, I think
they're like, bottom line,
they got souls. So
if you take one thing away from this podcast today, is that animals probably have souls.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So if you were an animal, what animal would you be? Not like what would you want to be, like your essence. What is it?
Okay.
You know, like in Harry Potter, they got the Patronuses.
Yeah. So I've gotten raccoon before.
Totally.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Totally.
You know, in the garbage and stuff. I also,
like, so
I've got monkey, raccoon. I think that's, you know, I think I'm a bit of a,
I could totally see you being a raccoon.
Yeah, I think
like
that's
a cute raccoon.
Yeah, but if I could choose, I'd want to be an animal that flies, because
that's cool as hell.
I want to fly.
Yeah.
You know.
Duh. You're not trying to fly right now?
What about you?
I feel like I would be a duck.
Okay.
I feel like
actually.
I feel like I'd be a duck.
I actually can see
a
that.
dumb little duck.
No, ducks are so cute. I always wanted a duck.
Fun fact about me, I didn't know ducks could fly until last year.
Yeah.
I was sitting at the gator.
Yeah.
At the, you know, like outside the Rides Union, there's that big like outside amphitheater thing, and it faces the pond. Yeah. I was sitting there. I would go and sit there because I was, you know, having a hard time. It's my first year of college.
Right.
And I would sit there. I sat there like every day for a week. And like on the last day I was there, I was just watching the ducks that I'd become really attached to.
Yeah.
And one of them just starts flying, and I was like,
no
way. And then I texted everyone I knew. I was like, ducks can fly.
No.
And they were like, yeah.
No.
And I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
That was a game changer for me personally.
They're probably not the best, but yeah.
They weren't the best flyers, but they be flying.
Yeah, they can fly.
Bottom line, they be flying.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think I'm a duck.
That's valid.
But probably a duck that like can't fly for some whatever reason.
No.
Who's like, or a bad
duck.
flyer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
No, I can see it.
What animal do you think Ella is?
She wants to be a bear. That's always what she says.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
She's like, I'm a bear, yeah. So I'll give her that.
But like a sweet, like skinty, cute bear.
But the thing is, bears are really cute, but they're also like, you know,
crazy.
They'll rip you apart.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ella's so gentle.
Yeah, Ella's very gentle.
So I think she'd be a gentle bear.
Yeah, she'd be a nice bear. You know, Ella will actually, if I say anything bad about bears, she will be mad. But you know, she's a bear defender, and so am I.
A bear apologist.
Yeah, bears are really cool. Like, I would rather be around black bears than grizzly bears for sure, because grizzlies are like aggressive. Like, they're the scarier kind.
I've been watching a lot of baby bear videos lately.
They're so cute. So yeah, Ella would be a baby bear.
What would Emma be?
Oh my gosh. She's like a penguin, but like a really cute fuzzy penguin,
fuzzy
like
penguin.
a little
Yes,
penguin.
like Happy Feet.
Yes. Emma's a lot of things, honestly.
Emma's one thing. Hey, another takeaway from this podcast, Emma's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And they don't even know who Emma is.
That's true. Well,
So,
no, they
you know,
do.
Sorry, the past 2 minutes of your life have probably been useless. But I don't care. You know, it's fun for us. But what's your next step?
Well, I think I peaked in Kenya. That's something about
I feel
me.
like that'd be a crazy thing to come back from.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was like, I was like, wow, I made it. I'm in Kenya. Like, that was crazy. Definitely crazy experience in my life so far. But you know, I want to get more involved, do more hands-on work. Like, I have an internship this year.
Okay.
And I'm don't even really know what I'm doing yet, so don't ask. But
Like, it's personal.
yeah, but I want to do more hands-on work, and just I want to be able to. Everyone asks me what I want to do, and I'm like, I don't know. I just want to be outside. Like I said, I just want to play outside. But I want to get into research, you know, with mammals specifically, conservation. I just want to, you know, keep taking classes, learning about what I can do, and get more experience, and go to grad school, get my master's, and do something with that, you know.
That's awesome. One thing I love about you is that you love learning. You absolutely love learning. I remember we would go hang out at Marston Library all the time with the squad, and you know, she would leave to go to some taxidermy display or something. She's like, you want to come? And I was like, nope.
Yes.
No, I do not.
Yeah, Wildlife of Florida lab. That was a really cool class. We just learned how to identify basically so many animals in Florida. And there was a lab which was taxidermy, you know.
That's so cool.
Animals of Florida.
What advice would you give to an incoming freshman who wants to major in what you're doing?
I would just say, don't let anyone make you think differently, or that you're wrong for going after that, because I've had people tell me, you know, like money is something that people always think about, or research is like a kind of difficult thing to get into at times. Like, you need funding and stuff, but I would just say keep going with it, because if you know that that is your passion, keep going with it. I think passion over everything, like happiness over everything, even if I'm making, you know, no money, and like at least I have enough money to support myself and be happy, then go for it. So I would just tell anyone to, you know, do what you love, really, honestly.
Yeah.
So, and I think both of us are doing that. You know?
Okay. Y'all jealous?
You see that? I was gonna tap you off. That reminded me of Matt.
Matt's watching this for sure.
Yeah, actually.
Matt just got lead EMT. He's awesome.
Matt always daps us up, and like Ella doesn't know how to dap up, and like anyway.
Sorry again, wasting your time. I'm so sorry.
No, they love it. They love it.
But so where do you see yourself in? And you know, this is a very hard. We were just talking about how like we have no idea where we're going or what we're doing.
Go for it.
But where do you see yourself in 30 years? If you had to guess.
30.
How old would you be? 50?
Damn, yeah. Well, my professor that brought us to Kenya, he's like in his 50s, in his 60s. I think he's awesome. I think that's awesome. Like, bringing kids to Kenya. He's doing research in Kenya. He lives there for many months of the year. He loves what he does. Yeah, and he always talks about how he loves what he does, and that's just so amazing. And I would hope that I'm happy like him, you know. I want to be traveling and doing things, you know. I want to I hope I'm living, you know, maybe in a hut in the mountains or something and traveling, and you know, he really inspired me. So I like what he's doing, so I hope I'm happy like that outside, playing outside, you know? That's all I want to do. That's, if you take away anything, I want to play outside.
She just wants to play outside.
I just want to play outside, so yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for coming on this
Of
podcast.
course.
Is there anything else, any other advice, any other insight that you would love to give to the cast?
Basically just what I said before. Do what you love and be happy and have fun, okay? Having fun. You gotta balance, but having fun.
Listen, having fun always comes out on top if you're doing it right.
Yes.
If you're doing it right.
Exactly. You know, happiness is key.
Mm-hmm.
Fun is key. And learning is also key. Learning, happiness, and fun. And playing outside. Those are the most important things.
The four purposes of life,
Yes.
y'all. All right.
Yes.
Well, if you're watching this, I wish you the absolute best, and I hope that you, like Ava, are following whatever brings you bliss.
Yes.
And you know what? If being like a corporate, like super rich guy brings you bliss,
yes.
go for it.
Go for it, because listen, I'm gonna say something that totally contradicts everything I said. Money does buy happiness sometimes.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Because listen, how am I gonna travel if I don't got any money?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So if you want to be rich, go for it. I wish I could be rich, but I probably
Period.
won't be.
Yeah.
But
sometimes that's what's hard about life. Sometimes there's multiple different things that can make you happy. You just gotta pick the one. If you know, hanging out with the animals.
Exactly.
Gotta pick the most
I
one.
would rather, you know, be hanging
Happiness
out with
requires sacrifice.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
Girl, write that down.
If you'll be happy being a CEO corporate job, you know, being a boss, that's awesome. You're making money and you're doing what
and
you
I
like.
totally get why people would be fulfilled by that.
Oh,
I could
for
yeah.
sure. But for me personally, I would rather, you know, go play with animals than make a bunch of money and, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, not that you can't make money in this field.
You're like
you can. It's just me. Like, you can get a PhD and be a professor and do research on the side. That's what a lot of people do. And, you know, professor, you get paid well.
I can totally see you doing that.
Yeah, and you have a PhD. Ella wants to do that. I think she wants to be a professor and do that stuff. But
Professor O'Brien.
Yeah, but me, I'm not exactly sure if I want to do the professor route or PhD route. I just want to play outside. Guys, I sound so stupid. But that's what I want to do. I want to do.
She's speaking her truth,
yeah,
y'all.
and in Kenya, you know, I wrote a research paper with my group, my plant physiology group. Shout out, guys. Love you. We all wrote research papers, and it was really rewarding, like, just learning that stuff. And that's what I want to do. I want to learn and apply that to hopefully, you know, make conservation efforts. And also,
well, I personally think you're well on your way to being very successful and happy in your life. And I'm so honored that I get to have a front row seat to what you do forever and ever. And we can just have fun together for the rest of time until, you know, one of us dies.
For sure. Okay.
So, you know, that's the biggest takeaway. Have fun.
Yep, have fun.
Be safe. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week.
Love you guys.
Later. Bye.